Yeah. So we will discuss about this epicyclic gear train. So it is also called as a planetary gear trains, right? So mostly if you want to transmit high velocity ratios, right, we use this epicyclic gear train. What do you mean by high velocity? So that means the input speed and output speed is having more differences, right? So in that case, we go for this type of epicyclic gear train, right? So mainly it is used in lathe machines, automobiles, differential gears, wristwatches. Most of the time, you can able to see in these types of applications, right? So it will be like this. You can able to see here. You have two gears which is connected by means of an arm, right? The green color arm. So what happens here is because since it is connected together, so the gear, a smaller gear is rotating, right? It is rotating. So that's why we call this as a sun and planet gear. So sometimes they will call this like that. So for example, instead of a single gear, if you have three gears, right? The center one is a sun gear, so which is rotating. So if other gears is revolving around the sun. It is something like our planet, right? So that one we call it as sun and planet gears. So that is applicable if the gears is more than one, right? So here you have only one gear. If it's more than one, we call that as a sun and planet gear, right? Of course, that is also an epicyclic gear. Okay, so what happens here? You can able to see.
Sir,
So
sir,
even
in
though,
this, sir, in this, the small
yeah,
one is the driving gear or the larger one is the driving gear, sir.
it depends. It depends. So usually the fixed one will be a driving gear.
So the sun
So
gear will be the
yeah,
driving gear.
yeah, sun gear will be driving gear. So you can't. You can able to see that the center point of the smaller gear is revolving. So you can't make something like that. Okay, that is difficult,
So
right?
only
So
in
always,
only in epicyclic gear trains or type of gears, uh, the pinion will be having the pinion. The smaller gear will not be the driving gear, whereas the larger gear will be the driving gear, sir. This is the one of the cases.
no, no, no. Driving gear doesn't mean that always your opinion is a driving gear. So it depends on the application. For example, if we want to increase the speed, then the larger gear will be your driving gear and the smaller gear will be driven. If you want to decrease the speed, then it is opposite. So don't think that always your opinion is a driving gear. Okay, it is not like that. So it
Okay,
will
sir.
change based on the application,
Okay, sir. Thank you,
right?
sir.
So whichever is connected to a motor, that is your driving gear, right? So it is like that. Okay, so here you can able to see that this axis is relatively moving, right? Axis, one axis is relatively moving when compared to the other one, right? So this is another example you can able to see here. This is a real, which you can able to see some in gearboxes or in some automobiles. So you can able to see you have a planetary gear. So the green color is the input, right? The green color is the input and the output is your red color, right? So it depends. So I can also say this is an input and this is your output. It depends on the condition. So what I can see, you can able to see there is a higher rotation here in this green color, whereas this one is rotating very slowly, right? So you can able to see this is what we call as a sun and planet gear. So the center one is the sun gear, that is the green color. You have three planet gears here. So one, two, and another one, three, right? So which is blue color, which is rotating, revolving around that main green color gear. At the top of this, you have another one which is connected to red gear, so which is giving lower speed, right? So something like this, right? And if you usually calculate the what is the speed, it is somewhat difficult, right? If you want to calculate what is the speed for these types of gears, because it is relatively moving, right? The axis is also relatively moving. So to identify that, we use this as a condition, right? You can consider this also as a rule or steps, right? So let me consider here, you have two gears, right? Gear A, gear B, which is connected to an arm, right? At the center O1 and O2, right? So you know that gear A and gear B is connected externally, right? So it is connected externally. Okay. So the first thing is you should identify. First step is identify number of gear pairs. So I'm not talking about gears, I'm talking about gear pairs. How many gear pairs are here?
1.
Yeah, number of gear pairs is 1. Right? Number of gear pairs is 1. You identify that. Next step is number of shafts, which is connecting the gear. So why I call this a shaft? Because the shaft is the point where you get different RPM revolutions. How many shafts are here?
2, sir.
2. Very good. So there are 2 shafts. Right? Now, what are the things we have? We have arm, which is C, gear A, and gear B. Right? The first step is I have to identify the number of pairs. Using this pair, I am going to relate. Right? What are the gear pairs? Can you tell me what are the gear pairs? Gear A and gear B is in pair, which is connected. Right? So in that case, I have to identify what is the speed ratio for this, which means I can write NA by NB is equal to TB by TA. Right? So I can relate it like this. Okay? Right. Now you consider this. So let me consider up to this. Now you make a tabulation, identify the conditions. The condition is same. Only there is a small difference in these things. Always you fix your arm. You fix your arm so that you will have a rotation of gear A and gear B separately. Arm fix பண்ணாகும் regular எப்படி gear இருக்குமோ அந்த மாதிரி it will act. Okay. Whenever I fix, I will put 0. Whenever I fix, I will put 0 because there is no rotation. Right? This is the revolution of the elements. You have 3 components here. So arm C, gear A, and gear B. Right? Now,
Sir,
the first step is...
Now you told something here. When you fix the arm, what will happen? You told now, sir.
When you fix the arm, it means your speed is 0. There is no speed. So that is why we call this as 0. Right? Now you make a tabulation having arm C, gear A, and gear B. So because you have only 3. Right? You make a tabulation related to that. Now what I am going to do is I am going to rotate gear A for +1 revolution in anti-clockwise. I'm going to multiply, so I'm going to consider, so I'm going to rotate once, right? So +1 means 1 revolution. I'm going to rotate for 1 revolution in anti-clockwise. What happened? So gear arm is 0, gear A is +1 as we indicate. What about gear B? We can identify from this. So what I can get, I get NB is equal to NB, opposite, right? You're getting TA by TB into NA, right? Now NA is 1, in which I get TA by TB. Why are we getting negative here?
Direction.
Opposite direction.
Yeah, very good, very good. So this is rotating in opposite direction. So that's why I'm putting a negative here. So this is the next step. So I'm identified for the first line. I'm fixing my arm. I'm rotating gear A for 1 revolution in anti-clockwise. I'm finding out what is the relation with respect to that for the other gears. Right? So whichever I consider rotating here, based on that, I'm going to have a relation for other gears also. I will identify. Right? So that is my first step. Next, instead of 1, I'm going to consider x. What I do, I have to multiply with x, right? 0. So 1 into x, x. So TA by TB into x. So minus TA minus x into TA by TB, right? Now I will add plus y in the revolution. So just add plus y in all the terms. So plus y, plus y, plus y, right? Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add it, right? I'm going to add it. So I'm going to add this 2, you get plus y, add this 2, you get x plus y, add this 2, you're getting y minus x into TA by TB. So this is the total motion covered. Now, based on any questions, you can use this relation. This is my analytical relation with respect to arm C, with respect to gear A, and with respect to gear B, right? I can use this based on the questions, whatever they ask. I can identify from this, right? Can you able to get it? Right?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes.
these are the steps you have to follow. Identify the gear pass, number of shafts, and number of gears. Make a tabulation. You follow the same step again and again. Find out what is the total motion. Based on the question, substitute, use the total motion, substitute it, find the value. Right? So this is how this problem works. So this is the concept we are going to do it. Right? Okay, let us solve a problem related to this so that you will get more clear in this. Right? I'll start with a simple problem. Then we will complicate it one by one. Yeah. So let me consider a question here. So they are asking a question. So an epicyclic gear train. So consists of an arm and 2 gears. So A and B having 30 and 40 teeth respectively. Right? The arm rotates about the center of the gear A at a speed of 80 RPM. So your arm is rotating at 80 RPM. They given that. Okay. Next, determine the speed of the gear B if there are 2 conditions. Gear A is fixed and gear A revolves at 240 RPM clockwise instead of being fixed. So these are the 2 conditions. You have to identify the answer. Right? Okay. So don't consider all these things. So don't need to worry about all these things. So this will be done only after completing the tabulation, right? Okay. First up is I have to identify, right? I have to identify what is the number of pairs. So how many pairs are here? How many gears are in pairs?
1, sir.
1, only 1. So which is gear A and gear B. These are in pair. Okay. Right. So once I identify this, I'm going to write the formula. What is the formula? The relation NA by NB is equal to TB by TA. Right. So mostly I will fix gear A. Right. It is up to you. So you can also do in other words. Let me consider. I'm going to fix gear A. So let me identify with respect to gear B. Right. So which means what is your NB? NB will be equal to TA by TB into NA. Of course, I have to put a negative sign indicating that this will be in opposite direction of rotation. Right. So this is my relation. I identified what is the relation with respect to that. Right. So you make this as a tabulation. So you write it in NA, NB, even though the values is given, TA, TB values is given. Of course, we can substitute it and we can write it accordingly, right? So what is my NB now? Can you tell me what is my NB in terms of this? So there are given datas. What are the given datas? Your TA is given as 30 teeth and TB is given as 40 teeth. All right. So in that case, what will be my NA? So NB will be equal to minus 30 by 40 NA. Right? Which I can write it as NA NB is equal to minus 3 by 4 Na. Any doubt on this? Any
No,
doubt?
sir. No, sir.
Yeah. Now, what are the other pairs here? So, how many components are here? So, you have gear A, you have gear B, and you have arm. So, you have only 3 components, right? So, gear A, gear B, and arm, right? Okay, let me make a tabulation. So, my tabulation should be 4 cross, I think 4 columns and 3 rows, 3 or 4 rows, right? I'll make a tabulation, right? So, let me fix it here. I have a table here. So 4 rows, 4 columns, right? Okay. So the first one is component.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, in the previous tabulation, sir, they told add y revolutions to all. Mathematically, it is okay, sir. But what it signifies, sir, actually?
Which one?
In the tabulation, you told no, sir, add y revolutions to all.
No. Actually, there is a rotation in all the gears,
Okay, sir.
right? So first we simplifying it and we are giving rotation for all the gears. If we give the rotation, what is happening?
Okay, sir.
Right? So that is what the thing is, right? So I think this is not component. What is the name for this?
Conditions of
I
motion.
forgot. Conditions. Thank you. So it is conditions, right? So this is for arm. So let me call as arm small a. So is what they mentioned here. This is for gear A, and the next one is for gear B, right? So I think I need some more distances with respect to that. I will extend it. Right. So this is my overall terms. Yeah. So let me consider here. Okay, I can't do any type of. Let me add some. Oh, you. Okay, the first thing what I'm going to say is I'm going to say arm A is fixed, right? Arm A is fixed, and gear A rotates +1 anti-clockwise. Right? This is my first condition. Okay. So next one. So if this is the case, okay. So I think I can write it here. Yeah. In this is the case. What happens? Since arm A is fixed, this is 0. Right? Since arm A is fixed, this will be 0. What about gear A? So that is +1 rotation. What about gear B?
-3 by 4.
Gear B in terms of gear A. So you are having here, so which is -3 by 4 Na. Right? So which is equal to, I will write as -3 by 4. Right? Because when I substitute 1 here, what happens? It will be -3 by 4. Right? The next step. So gear A rotates x RPM. Right? Rotates x RPM. So I am going to multiply with x. So what will get? So just a minute. I think it is difficult for me to write it here. Okay. This for reference I am writing here. Okay. So this is gear A So okay, there is this. So gear A rotates at X. So what happens here? So I will have X.
Sir, arm fixed, right?
Arm is fixed. Same condition. Same condition.
Okay.
So arm is fixed. Right? So X, this is also X. This is minus 3 by 4X. Okay. The next
Sir,
step
arm
is
0, sir, arm 0.
sorry. Okay, 0 X and minus 4X, right? So the next step is I'm going to substitute this. So this one I'm going to add everything with respect to Y, right? So I'm adding, so which means that all gears rotate plus Y in counterclockwise. Right? I will go CCW. Right? So all gears rotate at plus Y in counterclockwise, which means I am going to add plus Y in all these things. So Y, Y, and Y. Okay. Now, total. What is the total? Addition of these two, right? So total speed, right? So 0 plus Y. So yeah, you don't add all these things. You should add only these two terms, not the first one. First one on the reference kaga, one actually it is X and Y, right? So add this two. So adding this two, you'll get Y. This is X plus Y. And this is Y minus 3 by 4X. So now I got speed for arm A, which is Y, speed for gear A, which is X plus Y, and speed for gear B is Y minus 3 by 4X. Now let us go for the data. So there is one data here. They say that arm rotates at the speed of 80 RPM counterclockwise. What it means? According to this, arm is Y, right? Which means I can say that Y is equal to 80. Any doubt in this? They say that arm rotates at the center of gear A at a speed of 80 RPM counterclockwise. So that's why I'm putting plus. So Y is equal to plus 80 RPM. Right? This is the condition. Okay? Right. So this is over. Now we'll go for the first subdivision, what they are asking. Gear A is fixed. What happens to the speed of gear B if gear A is fixed? So the first question is, what is NB if gear A is fixed? Right? So what is NB if gear A is fixed? So you know one relation. You know that Y is equal to 80. No difference in this. What is X plus Y now? X plus Y is for gear A. What do you mean by X plus A? Gear A is fixed. If I say gear A is fixed, the rotation X plus Y should be equal to what?
Zero.
So this is gear A, right? Yeah, very good. So this is 0. Because gear A is fixed for the first condition. In that case, I can relate this. I can say that X is equal to minus Y. Right? So just make it. So otherwise, I can say that X is equal to minus 80 RPM. Now they are asking what is the speed of gear B. So speed NB is equal to Y minus 3 by 4X. This is the equation, right? So speed for gear B is Y minus 3 by 4X. So which means I know all the values of Y and X. So Y is 80 minus 3 by 4 into minus 80. Right? So what you are getting? You will get 80 plus, I think this will become 20, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, 20. So 3 into 20. Right? So which means, so 80 plus
140,
60.
140 RPM.
So you are getting 140 RPM. What is the rotation? Clockwise or anti-clockwise? So this is counterclockwise direction. Right? Because it's a positive value. Negative value means clockwise. So this is my first step. Any doubt on this? First one. So gear A, what is the speed of gear B if gear A is fixed? So identify that. Now we'll go for the second term. So they're asking what is NB if gear A, rotates at 240 RPM clockwise. Gear A is rotating minus 240 RPM. Right? So what are the conditions? You know, Y value is already 80. So which is common. Now in the tabulation, X plus Y, what is X plus Y now? What should be X plus Y? So because gear
Minus
A
240.
is X plus Y. Yeah, so very good. So this is minus 240. In that case, what will be the value of X? So X is equal to minus 240 minus 80. Right? So bringing the Y on the other side. Right? So what is the value of X?
Minus 320.
So minus 320. Right? So now I got the value of X. Right? So do you want to identify what is NB? The formula for NB is Y minus 3 by 4X. Y minus 3 by 4X. Which is equal to, you know the value of Y, which is 80 minus 3 by 4 into minus 320. Right? So which is equal to
Plus
80.
320. Plus 320. 80 plus 3 into 80.
Yeah. So what is the value?
320 RPM. Plus 320
Overall.
RPM. Sure, sir. 4 one time, 32.
320. You are getting 320.
240 plus 80, 320, sir.
320. Okay. You are getting 320 RPM. Which is also counterclockwise direction. Right? So mostly
Sir,
the problem will be providing. Yeah, yes.
சார் இங்க கவுண்டர் கிளாக் வைஸ்ன்றது மைனஸ் 240 தானே சார்? அங்க மைனஸ் இருக்கும்போது இது பிளஸ் ஆயிடுச்சுல சார்?
புரியல.
இப்போ கியர் ஏ வந்து இங்க வந்து கிளாக் வைஸ். ஓகே சார்.
இல்ல நெகட்டிவ்னா கிளாக் வைஸ்,
ஓகே சார்.
பாசிட்டிவ்னா ஆன்டி கிளாக் வைஸ்.
ஓகே சார்.
ரைட்டா? சோ கண்டிஷன் அதான். So whenever I get a value which is positive, right? Whenever I get a value positive, it is counterclockwise. Whenever I get negative, it is clockwise.
Sir.
So since I am getting positive value, it is counterclockwise. Yes.
Sir, if you have to consider like this, then if in the question if they are given the arm rotates at 80 RPM clockwise direction, then we should take the data as Y is equal to minus 80.
Yeah, correct.
So yes, then only we will get accordingly.
So if this will be minus 80.
Okay, sir.
It depends based on the. So you consider anti-clockwise as positive.
Then
right?
we have to
so
take
clockwise as negative.
So whatever we are
based
taking
on
also we have to take accordingly.
Yeah, you have to change it accordingly.
Yes.
Right? Any doubt in this question? Can we go more complicated? So this is very, very simple. So we have lots of problems related to this, which will complicate a little bit. Okay, but the procedure is same. So we will follow the same procedure. We will be doing it. Right? Okay, we'll proceed with the next one. So I have another problem like this. which is a reverted gear train. So now you can able to see it's a set of gears. Right, so you have a epicyclic gear train. Arm A carries two gears, gear B and gear C, and a compound gear D. Right, DE. So compound gear is DE. The gear A, so gear B measures with gear E, and gear C measures with gear D. That is given. The number of teeth on gears B, C, D are 75, 30, and 90 respectively. Find the speed and direction of gear C when gear A is fixed and the arm makes 100 RPM clockwise. So given arm makes 100 RPM clockwise. Right? This is the question. Right? So of course there are lots of gears. So as I say, so I ought to identify number of pairs. How many pairs of gear are here? Yes. Pairs na? Two gear join ஆகிற gears.
2 sir.
Yes.
2 sir.
Sir, 3 sir.
2, very good. 2. எப்படி 2 தான்ப்பா 3 இல்ல. You have 2 gears, 2 pairs. என்னென்ன அப்படி பாத்தீங்கன்னா gear B is connected to gear E. So gear B and E. இது ஒரு pair. B வந்து E ல கனெக்ட் ஆயிருக்கு. Next gear D and C. Gear D and
Sir, they have mentioned mesh. So which is meshing? That is only the pairs.
Yeah, that is the pairs. Right? Okay. Now, number of shafts. So, which means that what I am calling this is nothing but speeds. Right? So, how many shafts are here? Can you identify from the diagram?
2 sir.
No. Think about it. It is a reverted.
Oh, revert 3 sir. 3 sir. 3 sir.
3. Very good. So you have 3 shafts. Right? So even though they give only one diagram, so imagine, so this B and C, even though you have a same center point, it is having 2 axes. So one is connected to B separately and C is connected separately. Right? Something like this. Only this one is having one shaft. Because you have to look after these 2 names. Whenever they say compound means that gears are connected to a single shaft. Whenever you have a name reverted, it means 2 shafts. Right? So this is 2 shafts in a point. This is 1 shaft. Okay, so when you look here, B is 1 shaft, D and E is 1 shaft because the 2 gears are attached as a single gear, and C is 1 shaft. So totally you have 3 shafts, right? So why we identified here? So based on this only we have a column. So 3 gears plus arm. Totally I have 4 columns in the table. Right, table வந்து எத்தனை காலம் ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்றது அது. ஸோ இது வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 4 காலம் வரும். ஆர்ம் ஒன்று, ஸோ கியர் பி ஒன்று, காம்பவுண்ட் கியர் டி அண்ட் இ ஒன்று, கியர் சி ஒன்று. ரைட், திஸ் இஸ் தி ஓவரால் pattern. Right, so which you have to fix it. Now the next step is I'm going to relate everything in terms of one gear. Right, so it is up to you. So which one we will make one rotation, plus 1 rotation? Can you imagine which gear we can make plus 1 rotation? Or can you identify, according to this, can you identify what will be the input gear and what will be your output gear? What will be the input gear?
B will be input gear, sir.
Yeah, very good. B will be the input gear. Output gear?
C.
C. Good. Any doubt on this? Gear B is the input and gear C is a gear, C will be the output, right? So which means whichever is input, that will be, I am going to add +1. So +1 rotation. So why I didn't identify here is, so I need speeds NC, ND, NE in terms of NB, right? So I have to make a formula, everything in terms of NB, so relations. Okay, right. Time irka?
Sir, 5 minutes, sir.
Okay, I will make the relation, then we will stop. Okay, right. So to do the relation, first I'm identifying gear B is meshing with gear E. That is a pair of contribution. Yeah, B and E are meshing together. So let me take that gears. Right. So let me start with gear B and E. When you look after gear B and E, NB by, so I'm writing by speed ratio, NB by NE. I will write it in opposite. It is easy for me, right? So directly one row. So NE by NB is equal to TB by, இது multiply பண்ணா ஒரே இது வரணும். That, so I am identifying like this, TB by TE, right? Or I will write as NE is equal to TB by TE into NB. So I got NE in terms of NB, right? This is what I want. Next, can you identify for gear D? C is, E is over. What about gear D? We know that. So gear E and D are in same shaft. In that case, speed in gear D is equal, sorry, speed in gear D is equal to speed in gear E, right? Any doubt on this? Any doubt on this? Or I can write as ND is also same, TB by TE into NB. I forgot one thing, which is negative, opposite direction, right? Okay. Now, relation between D and C now, right? So I have gear D and C, right? So what about gear B and C? What about gear D and C? So I can write same. So NC by ND is equal to TD by TC, right? Or NC is equal to TD by TC into ND. But I want relation in terms of NB, right?
Sir,
I don't want NB.
ND, the above equation of ND directly so that we can get, sir.
Yeah, I will substitute directly. So again, look after the direction. This is minus, right? So this will be minus. Now, what is NC? NC is equal to minus TD by TC into ND. You know that, minus TB by TE into NB. I got relation in terms of NB. So my first thing is, I want to know which one I'm going to rotate +1. Based on that, I am changing all my speeds in terms of that. So NB, I am changing it everything, right? So I think we completed this part.
Yes,
so
sir, can you scroll down a minute, sir?
Yeah.
Sir, you have put -10 for NC before TD by TC, no, sir. So how you know that, sir?
Which one?
NC.
No. So when you compare with the gear D and C, if gear C is rotating in clockwise, gear D will be rotating in opposite direction, right? So that's why I'm putting minus.
Okay, sir.
Right? So that is the thing. So this is externally connected. So since it is externally connected, so it will be in opposite direction. So I'm putting minus.
Okay, sir.
So but when you multiply with this, automatically it will change. Right? So the negative indicates opposite direction.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the next step, what I'm going to do is, I want to identify what is the number of teeth for all the things so that I can substitute it. I can reduce this equation accordingly, right? So, okay, that we will continue in the next class, right? We will continue with the same in the next class.